Greetings and welcome to What If Deku Had the Ghost Rider, Part 2. Now, if you haven't seen the first part, I would suggest you watch it as I explain what kind of Ghost Rider Deku is going to have. Um, I do not own anything I use. It's all for entertainment purposes. So YouTube, please don't sue me. And anyone else that owns this crap. But, I will be referring to Midoriya as Izuku or Izuku Midoriya, one of his two names, until he is commonly referred to as Deku. Then I'll start calling him Deku for the sake of not spending an hour saying one name, like Yaoi Rozu. That thing is a mouthful, and it's a pain to spell. But, yes, you're not here to listen to me bicker about the video and how long names are. You're here to listen to me bicker about Midoriya and his journey as the Ghost Rider. So the beginning of his life starts out like it does in canon. He's best friends with Bakugo and his little goon squad. He falls into rivers, helps Katsuki up, like, oh, are you okay? And all that standard anime protagonist crap. And, yes, it goes along almost exactly like it does in canon, except I'm going to make Izuku a little bit more smarter, that his mind opens up a little bit more in his younger years, making him realize his mind's potential. This will be realized more after he gains his powers, but he still has his muttering habits. He gained that after he started the hero journal soon after his sad display after the doctor's visit. And I'm getting off track, but he's just a little bit more, his mind is more open at a young age, because he realizes what Bakugo is doing to kids, and yeah, his mind is more open. He realizes what's going on around him more. The ignorance of a child is slowly fading as he is reaching his teenage years. By the time he's in his teenage years, he's almost as mature as a young adult. But, yes. After the doctor's visit, Midoriya bawling his eyes out, and his mother not giving him the comfort he needed, he went to bed knowing he failed. He failed to prove his worth to his best friend, or who he thinks is his best friend, his family, and to the world. He thinks of himself as useless, as he knows Katsuki will soon start bullying him as well, for he bullies others with weak quirks, and there are no quirkless users in school other than him, at least according to canon as we know. But I'm going to make Izuku the only quirkless in his school. So he knows Bakugo bullies those with weak quirks or so, and he knows he'll get bullied for him being quirkless. And so he goes to bed that night knowing he has failed. In the dream, Izuku is walking around in a dark void. Well, to him it's like a dark void because he can't see very far, but you can hear the dripping, like a cave, the dripping of water. And the ground looks stark, rigid, with red glowing cracks. If Izuku wasn't a child, he would have known this was an imitation of hell. But to him, it's just a dark cave with creepy lines. Then he sees a man in black, a trench coat, and a cane adorned with a crystal skull, walking towards Izuku with a slight grin. "Hello, my boy," he greeted. "It is finally time for you to talk to me. I've waited a long time. For you are the next, if you choose to accept." Izuku stares at him with curiosity in his eyes. "What do you mean? The new one. If I choose to accept, what is this? Is this my dream?" He looks at Izuku, even harder than he did before, like a piercing gaze. But his grin didn't falter. It just widened a little. "Why, yes, this is your dream, but it's also the gateway to my home. You see, you could call yourself a type of thief right now. You barge into my home, and you were about to take something. You're about to take some of the aura of this place. But we're going to worry about that another time. What I want right now is some of your help. You want to be a hero, yes?" Izuku perks up at this. "Well, yes, I really want to be a hero. That's all I've ever dreamed to be." "Well then, I have the perfect opportunity for you. Of course, it isn't free." He goes, anything, please, just help me. I need to gain power. Become a hero, prove them I can be a hero." His grin disappears as he pulls out a contract. "All you must do is sign. Sign this, and you'll have the power you need, power you deserve, the power you lust for." Izuku takes the contract, starts reading it. He's like, "Yes, I can't understand this." He goes, "Oh, don't worry about the fine print. It's basically saying, you get the power from me, but whenever I call upon you, you must answer. You must listen to me." Izuku looks around. "So, where's the pen?" He goes, "Oh, yes. I prefer my contracts to be a little bit more personal. A drop of your blood will do. No, I'm not gonna slit your throat or anything. Just a prick of the finger. It's all that's required." Izuku then readjusts his hold on the contract, as he didn't realize, as he just cut his finger and dropped a little blood on the contract. "Ah!" He starts sucking on his finger. Don't get that idea, but it's what they do. It's what everyone does. Starts licking their wounds like a rabid dog or something. He goes, "Ah, yes, this will do just fine, just fine. Well, young Izuku, until the time when you are required to be the devil's bounty hunter. Au revoir." Then his landscape changes to a completely dark and foggy abyss. He cannot see the floor, he cannot see the ceiling, or anything around him. It's completely silent. Then Izuku wakes up. He looks around and he goes, "That was weird. It was very, very weird. But was it real?" Major time skip ahead to his middle school years. I think it's middle school. I live in an area where there's like 4 different types of grade systems, but yes, it's middle. I'm just gonna say it's middle school. Izuku is writing in his notebook as the teacher walks in. Yes, yes, settle down, class, settle down. Um, so, you need to fill out your future registration forms. Not registration forms, but, what you want to be when you grow up. But, what the hell? You all want to be heroes. Everyone's cheering, pulling out their quirks. A kid pulling out his eyeballs, another with some rocks on his head and his fist. The only ones not doing anything are Katsuki and Midoriya. Hey, don't lump me up with these D-listers here, Teach. We all know I'm gonna be the only one that's gonna be number 1. The other kids start to bicker as Bakugo threatens them to be quiet. Everyone being scared of Bakugo, of course, listens to him. The only one not saying anything is Midoriya. Continues writing in his little notebook, or drawing. At this point in time, Midoriya knows the power he has. He's been called upon a few times. He is considered a quote-unquote villain in the public's eyes for killing people. But usually the information on the killed are not released, them being usually rapists or murderers, like serial rapists or serial killers. Usually among those. The heroes know, the heroes and the police know, these are like top villain, not top villains, but like mid-rank villains. Difficult for some, easy for most. Most of the low class, like the mid-low and the low class, being petty thieves, purse burglars, cat thieves or something. And the mid-high being low-class villains. But yes, he knows the power he has. He has slight control over it. He doesn't have a motorcycle. He usually just uses his bike, which turns into a type of motorcycle, because it adds an engine once he does it, and turns into something like the one you see right here. He usually adorns a black hoodie with some blue jeans and a boot, or some boots, and he picked up a random set of chains from a train yard at some point in time, using it as his main weapon that he can summon at any point in time. Midoriya stays quiet as Bakugo is ranting on about how he will be the number 1 and beat everyone so they can go quote-unquote die or whatever he was saying. Midoriya wasn't listening. He was thinking of ideas of controlling the demon within. Quite literally. Then the teacher speaks up. Yes, you applied to UA, didn't you? He's like, oh yeah, you applied to UA. It's like everyone freaks out. It's like, yeah, that's only a 0.2% 99% acceptance rate. How you can't do that. It's like, I aced the mock exams, and I'm almost positive I'm gonna pass the battle exams. I mean, look at me. You think I'm a pushover? No, I can beat all of you extras. Then the teacher, uninterestingly, says, oh yeah, Midoriya, he signed up for UA too. The teacher, knowing what he just did, Bakugo staggers at Midoriya. Ha! The quirkless Deku? How can he even get into UA? He can't even enlist. It's like, they don't allow quirkless there. Izuku pipes up. They removed that rule about 5 years ago. You should know this, Kachan. You're the one that told me, you idiot. The class is silent. They'd never really heard Midoriya speak before. He was like the quiet kid. Never really talked. Everyone just kind of stayed away. They didn't bully him that often. The most they'd bully him was when Katsuki would, bully him because he knows Deku personally. But he was considered the quiet kid of the school. Everyone scared for their own reasons, knowing what's happening in America and how quiet kids are, Not the best thing to have. Then Katsuki runs up to him, slams his hand on his desk. The hell I did. Yeah, didn't I? Was it to get your hopes up? Just smash him back down to the ground. Deku looks up at him with a half-tired gaze. I don't have time to deal with you right now, Kachan. Please just get away from me. I want to take a nap. I'm tired. At this point in time, he tries to go to bed, or to take a nap. A nice little nap on his desk. Katsuki then tries to attack Midoriya, but the teacher's like, no, you can't do that. No quirks allowed, you know this. I'm just a little bitch. Sorry if you don't like cussing, but there is going to be a little bit of cussing. Mostly from Bakugo, but a bit from Midoriya. And as Deku drifts off into his nap, he wakens in his dreams to see a fiery landscape. Once he realizes where he is, oh no, dark laughter erupts from around him. Yes, boy, it is me again. You should know when you should talk to me. After all, you're the one trying to gain control of me. He then looks around, uninterested. This is not usually you. Usually you're quiet. What's got you all giddy and excited? The dark voice speaks up again. Why, it's that boy Katsuki. I can sense your anger. That boy, you want to hurt him, and bad. The world already thinks you're a villain. Why don't you prove to them that you can be much, much more? You can be a super one, or whatever it is you call them. Midoriya then stops, looking at a little pile of black flames. No, I have something much more interesting planned. Much more sinister and, easier to accomplish than your whole villain fiasco. Now, Mephisto, if you could please leave me alone. I would like to go back to training. The voice chuckles again. You figured me out already, haven't you? Yes, yes, it is I, Mephisto, as you know. You're just so interesting. But no matter. I'll sway you to my side eventually. They always happen to be at my side at the end of their lives, be it by force or by their acts of vengeance. You're the only one to have resisted me for this long. How old were you when you got rejected from the world? 4, 5? How old are you now? 13, 14? Say, it's been 10 years since that day. How long can you resist me now, Midoriya? And that is where we will stop for today. I would go on, but it has already reached 21 minutes long video. I'm not very... fuck. I would like to thank you for listening in, and thank you for watching my videos and making it to this point. Please drop a like, let me know that I am getting listened to, and so I know that you like the video and would like to continue, for me to continue this little series. And as I said in the last video, if you want more what ifs, like Deku had this, or if Asta, the guy from Black Clover, had this, or whatever what ifs you want, I'll do them. And if you look on your top right of your screen, you will see my Wattpad username. If you don't know what Wattpad is, it is a not really a fan fiction writing service. It's more of a book writing service in general. Most people just use it for fan fiction, like myself. I'm actually quite popular on there. Not the most popular. I don't have the most reads, but I have a good amount, and because that proves that I have some talent in writing, and so I think you might like this app too, if you don't already have it. I will put my link in the description, allowing you to go straight to my profile, to add me, follow me, text me, since there is a direct message system on there. I don't know, just whatever is whatever. Until the next video, stay sharp and stay fiery.